If a mother saves a lock from her baby's first haircut to slip tenderly into the pages of a baby book, it is a sweet and sentimental gesture. But if that baby dies tragically and the mother then glues that hair to a post-mortem photograph and sticks it on the wall for everyone to see, it's somehow creepy and grotesque. The hypocrisy of it all, honestly. So let's talk about creepy antique Victorian-era post-mortem mourning hair babies. I am about to bust some serious myths about these babies, so stay tuned, and in the meantime, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Hair and Now. So first things first, I know that there are several budding antique collectors who watch my videos, so I want to make this first takeaway very clear. Always be cautious of items that are being listed with this creep-baity type of description. I am absolutely not saying that items listed like this are all blanketly going to be bad or overpriced, but they are usually misleading at best. So, if you come across anything that reads like a Mourning Mad Libs or a deathy morbid word salad, at least proceed to read the listing with a touch of scrutiny. My hair baby, for example, was listed as a Victorian item. I knew that that wasn't the case, but I still wanted her. Now then, with that caveat out of the way, on to the facts. I see misinformation about them thrown out all over the place, from eBay listings to Facebook groups. Oh, the Facebook groups. So let's go ahead and go right on down the line of these common claims. Are they made with real hair? Yes, usually. But are they in any way related to death or mourning? No. And in fact, they are not even from the Victorian era. I have seen so many people online go so far as to even say that this is actually the photograph of the baby. But really, I want you to just take a look at this face. That is no such thing as a photograph. I think what happens with items like this that get presented as a morbid oddity is that people see human hair, immediately deem it to be creepy, and then search their memory for why hair might be in a frame and think, aha, Victorian mourning. And then they run with that line of thinking without really looking at the piece very closely or thinking about it critically. And it certainly doesn't help that there is a lot more information out there about Victorian mourning hair items than hair items like this. But hopefully I can teach you a little more about these baby pictures here in this video. The most important thing to remember is that these are paintings. They are not post-mortem photographs, and they are not even visually depicting the specific child who likely supplied the hair. These were, in truth, a craft project. You would buy the clean print of a painting of a baby, and then you would add hair and fabric to it in order to make your own collage of sorts. If you wanted to make a sentimental keepsake, you would use your own child's hair, but your child would almost certainly have still been alive, and the painting is always going to be just a generic, mass-produced baby. To give you an even better idea of this, here is the clean print that you would buy. If you compare the clean print side by side with the collage, you can easily tell that this is the same baby face, and the frames are even exactly the same size. This particular painting is called Heaven's Gift by artist Annie Benson Mueller. It is definitely one of the most popular paintings that was used for craft projects like this, so you will very often see similar pieces with the exact same baby face, and then just embellished with a variety of colors of hair and fabric. A slightly less persistent myth, although one I have seen come up several times recently, is that these were sold as kits that came with fabrics and potentially even fake hair, but I have not personally seen anything in my research that can corroborate this. As you can see by this advertisement from a 1927 Nebraskan newspaper, these were just marketed as paintings. 3 different paintings by Mueller are listed in this particular ad, but as you can see, the Heaven's Gift image is what is illustrated because it was definitely the most recognized and sought after at the time. I have not yet found any advertisement for anything I would deem to be a craft kit, so I'm forced to believe that as a consumer you would simply buy these as art prints and then you could just do with them what you pleased. Of course, if anyone has any evidence to the contrary, please feel welcome to leave a comment with your source so that I can do further research on the matter. However, another fact that leaves me highly skeptical of the kit belief is that this was done with several different baby paintings that were even painted by different artists and produced by different printers. And I really just can't see any way that all of these different companies would get together in order to offer one cohesive crafting kit. So without any evidence, this just really doesn't seem plausible to me. One other very famous female artist who often painted babies, which would later be collaged like this, is Bessie Pease Gutman. Gutman was a very famous artist who, in addition to her baby paintings, was also a renowned children's book illustrator, most notably illustrating the 1907 edition of Alice in Wonderland. From my experience, if you find a baby collage much like this, 9 times out of 10 it is a baby that was painted either by Mueller or Gutman, but ever so often I will see a one-off baby craft that didn't use a painting by either woman, so that just really goes to show how the very concept of making a hair and fabric collage craft out of a pre-printed baby painting was a much larger cultural phenomenon within this era, which does transcend these 2 artists in particular. One of the earlier baby paintings that was used for these collage-style nursery pieces was Awakening by Bessie Pease Gutman in 1918, and I've seen work from both women advertised throughout the 20s and 30s, but consumer interest in this style of artwork seems to have been on a decline just prior to World War II. I should also add that this seems to be a pretty specifically American craft. I really haven't seen a hair baby yet where I have any reason to believe that it was made elsewhere. So hopefully we were able to accomplish a little myth-busting today. Misinformation on hair art is rampant, and even museums are not immune to these myths. If you click up there, you can watch my live reaction to Twitter's #creepiestobjectcurator battle, where a strong majority of the items were hair-related, and a baby painting with hair, just like these ones we discussed today, also came up. So, if hearing a hair art historian rant sounds like your cup of tea, then head on over to that video. And in the meantime, I want to give a huge, hairy thank you to my supporters on Patreon. In the before times, when being in public was a thing that I sometimes did, I would make vlogs whenever I traveled for work, although I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But you can still access every one of those previously posted bonus videos on patreon.com/neverforgotten. One of the travel vlogs in question includes the very day where I found this clean copy of Heaven's Gift in an antique store. If memory serves, there were also a lot of hair receivers that day. So many hair receivers. At any rate, please comment to tell me what you think of these hair babies. Are they creepy, cool, sweet? Would you ever make a craft collage with someone's hair? Tell me everything. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all next time.